All right, and we're learning that the BJP, which remember is a party that till a few days ago was telling its own unit members that it was deeply confident in Nitish Kumar's leadership, it was deeply confident of the alliance. Now we're learning the BJP is going to be seen on the streets against Nitish Kumar from today. They've planned protests across the state on Vishwasghat Day. Now we're also learning that all of these protests are going to be built on the mandate of corruption. Remember, Nitish Kumar was known as Sushasan Babu, but he is teaming up with a party, RJD, that he had previously in 2017, left for exactly this reason, when he'd said that the multiple scams in the RJD that they were being accused of, Lalu Prasad Yadav in particular, those meant that he was going to have to separate paths from the alliance. Now he's teaming up with them. My colleague Siddhant Mishra is with us live from outside the BJP office in Patna. We're going to go over to him for more details. So, Siddhant, we're saying the BJP is out on the streets from today. Is this a command that's come from the top?
Well, look, Nitish Kumar and BJP has a long equation. And in fact, they both fought the corruption fight against Lalu Prasad Yadav together. And this time around, when Nitish Kumar has dumped BJP and has joined hands with RJD, we are in Patna right now, and right behind me is Bharatiya Janata Party headquarters. You can see preparations are currently underway. We have been told that BJP is going to mark this day as Vishwasghat Diwas. इतने सालों की जो दोस्ती थी, इतने सालों की का जो संघर्ष था जंगल राज के खिलाफ जो लड़ाई थी, BJP and JDU fought together. Now Nitish Kumar, for his political ambitions, have dumped BJP and has joined with RJD. This is perhaps the reason that all senior Bharatiya Janata Party leadership is going to be present at party headquarters, where I'm reporting from, at around 11 a.m. and they are going to mark this very day as Vishwasghat Diwas. And you can see the stage is set. In fact, yesterday, senior leadership of BJP in Delhi from Bihar, Ravi Shankar Prasad, Nityanand Rai, Radha Mohan Singh and Sushil Modi, they all were rushed to Patna. They in fact held one core committee meeting in the evening, and it was decided to launch massive protest against Nitish Kumar, not just in the state capital Patna, but all across the state. So all these state units have also been activated. They have been asked to come on the roads, not just today, but there is going to be a series of protests taking place in Patna, and BJP has instructed the cadre to start raising even the smallest of the issues at their local area. Now at 11, we will witness senior BJP leaders coming to BJP headquarters. They'll be sitting on a dharna here, and they're calling it a Vishwasghat Diwas. Back to you.
Siddhant, thank you for bringing us those details. Stay with us. We're now going to go over to our colleague Saurabh. He's also present in Patna. He's present outside the Chief Minister's house right now. We'll go over to him for a deeper look at this entire story. Saurabh, yesterday when you and I were talking, the big question when it came to whether or not the RJD and the JD would be able to hold hands was this question of the fact that the RJD has a much larger number when it comes to the seats in the assembly. So whether or not the RJD could settle for that deputy chief minister position, whether or not they'd settle for that younger brother position, that was the big question. Today, obviously, we're looking and we're seeing that they have done that. What brought them around?
See, RJD is indeed the largest party in the state, and it has 79 MLAs. It was 80, but because of the disqualification of Mokama MLA Anand Singh, now the seats have come down to 79. But still, it is the largest party in the state, and after that, BJP comes with 77 seats. Now, JDU, which has 45 seats, and RJD with 79 seats, left has 18, and Congress has 16 MLAs, I guess. So the numbers are sufficient to form a government, and today it is scheduled that Raj Bhavan, which is behind me, CM house is here, and then Raj Bhavan is just 20 meters away. So just we saw the dramatic pictures yesterday when CM came out of his residence with Tejasvi Yadav, Congress leaders, and also the left leaders. They all went inside the governor house to give the letter of support to the governor. And today we are expecting similar kind of visuals where at 2 p.m., which is scheduled for the oath ceremony of the CM and Deputy CM, this information was given by RJD in a tweet saying that the Deputy CM and CM will be swearing in today in front of the governor at the Raj Bhavan, which is just behind me. So the numbers are sufficient. The condition here is very prompt, and people are very much excited for the new government. RJD was trying to come to power for past 2 years. They were trying to, in fact, appease Nitish Kumar. We have seen bonhomies between Nitish Kumar and Tejasvi Yadav during Eid time, when Nitish Kumar went to Tejasvi Yadav's house, and he walked inside his residence instead of going by car. So this kind of bonhomie was seen in April month during Eid. Now after that, a series of events took place where there was a rift and tussle between JDU and the ally BJP, ex-ally BJP, on several issues, including Agnipath protest, where so many trains were burned, public properties were lost, and the BJP leaders, they started attacking Nitish government, saying that Nitish failed to maintain law and order in the state. Again, the PFI module that was busted 2 months back, Nitish was really uncomfortable with the way the NIA and other central agencies were conducting searches and conducting all kinds of raids. So and the major episode came lately when RCP Singh resigned. JDU says that RCP was trying to break the JDU from inside, and also he was being used as a Chirag model. The Chirag, when in 2020 he cut size JDU's vote. So it's all about allegations. Then if we come to BJP is saying that if Nitish had so many problems, then he should have discussed with PM or Home Minister Amit Shah instead of resigning and dumping the faith of people of Bihar. The BJP also alleges that it was a disrespect to the mandate of people that gave to the ally in 2020. So as Siddhant is reporting from BJP headquarters, we are expecting a massive protest by BJP leaders over there and workers. If you talk about the JDU side here, we are waiting for the oath ceremony that is scheduled to take place at 2 p.m. at Governor House in Patna.
Saurabh, thank you for bringing us those details. Stay with us. Now, one of the big questions on a number of people's minds is, what about the BJP, a historically incredibly strategic party? What is their next move? My colleague